bright and early 7:45 a.m. here on a Saturday. I'm going by myself once again on some hiking expeditions. We are heading up a place called Mount Solomon. It's not that high of a place. It's under 1,600 meters. I think it's like 1,580 something, but it does have kind of a loop around where you can use one loop to go up and then another kind of trail to come back down. So it is kind of a loop. I did see a little trick on the All Trails app where they were saying that if you use the south loop to go up, that it's actually shorter to come back down on the other one, so it goes by a little bit faster, so it takes a lot less time to come back down. Black Cat Ranch here, there's like the main lodge here, and then there's like a little parking spot at the back. I was kind of a little bit worried about private property because it's really not on public land here, but it seems like it's kind of a separate little thing. And then there's another little parking lot over there, and it doesn't seem like you're really in anybody's way. Taking videos today might be a little bit difficult because I drove through 2 hours of fog, and you can see here on my Jeep, it's just caked with ice all over. Everything that's sticking out, if you can see, you probably can't see very well in the background here, but it's pretty foggy and I can't even see the top of the mountain. So we're gonna bring all our stuff anyways, and we're gonna go for a little walk. We got all my gear, basic gear, some camera stuff. I'm not actually going to bring the snowshoes because I don't think I need them. I do actually have a pair of ice cleats. I actually have two. I bought 4 because I was like, they were so cheap on Amazon. I was like, well, if one busts, I got these things here. I had some cheaper ones that I got from Canadian Tire that were actually more expensive than these. They didn't work as well. So here, if we do come across some ice, I'll be able to flip them on. Pretty much it. I think I have all my gear. I'm ready to go. So we're going to be climbing up Mount Solomon. After 7.3 kilometers, although it's kind of debatable because there is a difference between my watch and my phone. So my phone says it's 6.3 and my watch says it's 7.3. So it probably depends on when I started them, but I don't think there was a 1 kilometer difference. But either way, 6-7 kilometer hike up Solomon Peak here. I got to the very top here, and it was kind of funny because people have put a bunch of rocks. I've heard of these things before, but this is the first time that I've come across one. It's a little waterproof. These things used to be used for bullets, that kind of stuff. It's kind of neat. There's notepads in there, and there's band-aids, and there's all sorts of little stuff. People have written down what they've accomplished and stuff like that in there. I put the name of my channel in my name and how long it took me and how many kilometers I did. This was kind of a weird day to come because there's cumulus clouds, which is kind of normal in the mountains because the mountains kind of create these clouds. You're not always expecting the fog, which was pretty dense here. It was clear for a little bit, and then it came back out again. Most of our view here is being hidden by the clouds, which I'm going to show you guys. But I also discovered on top of the mountain, we got this lovely chair. This is a big bench. I don't know who brought this up here because to tell you the truth, this is probably very, very heavy. Nobody brought this up here by hand. So I don't know if somebody made it and then they slung it up using a helicopter. That's quite possible. That's my only guess at how that would be the easiest way to bring this thing up here. It was kind of nice to see this here. I was like, oh, that's cool. a partly clouded view, but extremely pretty view of the top of Mount Solomon. And you can see on the side here, it's quite steep embankments here. So that's why all the trails kind of come up from the south. I don't know what the east side looks like, but the west side is way too steep to be crawling up here. If you can see down there, it looks like a big lake, but right now it is not a lake. That's the Athabasca River that flows through a little town over there called Brule, and that's Lake Brule. So basically, once all of the snow kind of melts, a lot of the snow is kind of melted already. So my guess is that it may not become a full-fledged lake until well later on this year, but normally there'd be a lot more water there, and then it turns into a lake. And then it turns back into a river again. So it's one of those, just an opening, and you can tell by all the crisscrosses in the river how it's kind of like not quite defined, the path. There's a main path, and then there's all these little variants on the side of the river. I think that after we crawl back down here, I'm gonna drive up there, because this is kind of a dead-end road here to come up here, because you have to come on the north side of the Athabasca. It's a dead-end road, so I might as well go all the way to the end just to have a look.